Okay, everybody, welcome to the Garlet's High Performance Garage channel. Just getting off work for the day. It's the Tuesday after Easter Monday. I just wanted to stop and give y'all a little bit of local history. This is going to be very controversial, and it has been for years. And I just want to remind you that when this happened, times were extremely fucking different. You're going to have to keep that in mind, and you're going to have to be a little open-minded about this. A lot of people get offended by this. Our delegates down in Annapolis have been very offended by this. This has to do with African-American culture. It is not a racist thing at all whatsoever. So people need to get that out of their fucking heads right now. This is the story of Negro Mountain, okay? Back in these days, African Americans were slaves in the United States. Of course, they were slaves. They're still slaves today in parts of the world that are African American people. And, you know, I mean, if I don't really know what to tell you about that, but it's true. There are a lot of people, a lot of races of people that are slaves today in other countries that aren't free. So I'm going to show you this monument. This is a tribute to a, what they call body servant back in the day. And it states that this is a historic site. And I'm going to show you what I mean here. Get my camera to stop shaking here. Okay. I'm going to pause that and read it. Okay. It says Negro Mountain African American Historic Site on May 24th. Now all these motherfucking Keystone trucks gotta fucking come through here. You dick lickers. Damn gravel trucks. Anyway. It says, on May 24th, 1756, British Colonel... Yeah, stare, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. People! Anyway. Colonel Thomas Cressup and his party marched from Fort Cumberland, which is Cumberland, Maryland today, to engage the enemy. Unable to cross the Youghiogheny River, they turned back here. They met Native American French, Native American French allies and a, what's that say, skirmish? In a, I don't know. Jesus Christ, I can't even read. A fight ensued. A black frontiersman whose name is not known, but I was always heard his name was called Nemesis, was this guy's name, was killed fighting alongside Colonel Cressup. As a testament to his bravery, Negro Mountain was named after him. Okay? Now, fuck's sakes. I have a book with the story. It's a postcard history of the area. History was printed on postcards, and when people would come up and down the national road here, they would send these postcards. They'd buy them at places and send them home. Usually by the time they got the fuck home, you know, they were getting the goddamn postcard. Anyway, this is a historical mountain. What the story I read was this guy traveled with Cressup, and there was an attack on a settlement, what they now call Cressup Town, and these Native Americans that were against the revolution, well, there's like the French and Indian War going on, and these people were helping out. Battle ensued. This guy, his name was supposed to be Nemesis. They called him a body servant, is what they called him, and he was a great big man. He was humongous. He was like 6'3" or some shit, and he was a great big bastard. And he was a big strapping young lad, and he gave his life for Cressup, is what happened. And they said he had a premonition he was going to die that day, and he did. So this has turned into Grand Central Station all of a sudden. But anyhow, that is what this is about. People have shit their pants over the years because of the name, and they had to change the sign. They took it down. There was people up here that were coming because they heard about the place, and they were like fucking the shit up here. They were ripping the sign down, and then the state highway came because they had to come take the sign down. They took it down and put it away, and they took it off the interstate because this mountain, 68 runs through this mountain too, and they took it down off 68. It's not back on 68 anymore. This is like one of the high mountains in the Appalachians. I think it's like the third highest. I think Backbone Mountain's the highest, then Big Savage, and then you have this one, which is Negro Mountain. They wanted to change it. They wanted to change the name. They wanted to change it over and over, and delegates from up this way, county commissioners and such, went down and would always challenge it because there was always another delegate that was pissed off, and it was mostly the white delegates that were mad. The African American delegates from those districts down there couldn't give a rat's ass about it. And I mean, it is what it is. You can't change history, and you can't sit here. I mean, you don't want to say the word, that's fine. You don't have to say the word. I don't go around saying the word. And, you know, it's a part of history, and it's just one thing that just kind of fucking digs at, like, under your fingernails with a piece of wire when people come here and fucking shit themselves over the name of the mountain. It's like, it's not my fault. I wasn't around when they named the mountain. You know, and this stuff was named back when, you know, there were slaves, and this was like when this road out here was a fucking footpath, you know, and Native American tribes walked up and down this shit. And then it became a rickety fucking road that they used to bring supplies when the British came over here. They used it to run supplies, and they had camps all over the fucking place. They had forts everywhere, and then it was just a dirt road, and they had tavern stands and places to go do things, and people lived along the fucking road. And then it was the first paved road in the United States, is Route 40, and it runs clear out to God knows where. But people were just fucking stupid and retarded, and, you know, there's no happy median here. But anyhow, I just want to share with you the lunacy that happens when people don't like a name. This is why we have freedom of speech, people, because it's to protect not only the speech you want people to hear, but the speech that's bad that other people don't like to hear. So, but I just wanted to say something about it, because the sign, they redid the sign and put it back up, which surprised me, because I thought that maybe that it was going to disappear, and then, they just weren't going to put anything back. But, they agreed. They actually, came together and had an agreement and made a new sign and put up here. There's a plaque over here. I'm not going to show you that. It talks about the National Road mainly. But the book that I have on the National Road has a different story. They leave a lot of parts out of it, because there's more to the story. And this man gave his life for many others. And that's the whole point of the story. And then, changing the name of it is just stupid. I mean, you can't modernize everything. That's why stuff is called what it is called. It was named in a different time. And, they never ever thought slaves were ever going to walk free in the United States of America. And, they're free. They're not slaves anymore. People are free. And we, fight for it all the time. So, anyway, let's take a ride down off the fucking mountain here. It's a steep motherfucker. There used to be signs and stuff for people when they had Model Ts that they had to stop and check their brakes before they come down through here. And, this place up here, there used to be a gas station right here where this rest area is. There used to be a gas station where people would fill up and they'd come get drinks or whatever. And there was all kinds of shit going on around this place back then. Now there's nothing here. It's just a rest area. There's somebody lives over here. A couple people live up here in the woods. Some people live behind me. And if you go that way, you're into Pennsylvania. And, blah, blah, blah. So on and so forth. All right, everyone. We're all set up now, I think. But the controversy over this, the name of this mountain is, over the years, has really been fucking crazy. I mean, it's batshit fucking crazy. And I mean, I've heard tourists bitch about it because I worked down here at Penn Alps. In Grantsville. That was my first job I paid taxes on. That wasn't the first place I've ever worked, but because I used to put in hay for some of these farms around here when I was a young lad. And then when I got I wanted to get my driver's license, I had to go get a job that was steady and all year round, and so I could pay for my car insurance and buy a fucking car. Which back then I was quite excited about, because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have a car and have a license and be able to drive around. And fucking kids today don't want to do that shit. They don't want their fucking license. They don't want to drive around anywhere. They just want mommy and daddy to take care of them. And it's an awful generation it is. You little Gen Z fuckers. You little bastards. There's only a handful of you that's any fucking good, damn it. Because I know one thing. If World War III starts, my old stiff fucking ass is going to have to go out there and kill some motherfuckers. Because, god damn it, they're going to fucking draft all us Gen Xers the fuck in. And we're all going to have to fucking put our asses on the line. We're all stiff and sore and fucking beat from jumping our bicycles on ramps when we was kids and getting drugged down the road off of go-karts and doing crazy ass shit and falling out of trees and stuff. Because our parents did not supervise us. We were let go, and as long as we were home by the time the streetlights came on to eat dinner, we were good. Stop running my fucking lips here. We're gonna drive. Drive, goddammit. These people, they think I'm a cop sitting here with radar. They've been stopping and staring and shit. Well, fucking cocksucker. fucking cop here. God damn it. Yeah, today was kind of a, I don't know, it was kind of a fiasco today. I had to come down here and actually sweep a couple bridges off. Take my overdrive off so I'm not speeding going down over the mountain. This road has many fucking names. It was Nemacolin's Path. It was Braddock's Trail for General Braddock. It was called National Pike. And today, well, they still call it National Pike today. Route 40 is the route number. Don't know why they called it Route 40, but they did. It was the first paved road in the United States with the widest right-of-way. Route 40 runs into Uniontown, PA, and goes out west through Ohio. And if I'm not mistaken, it wouldn't surprise me if it runs out there to California. But it's not all the way it used to be. A lot of it's changed, like over there beside me on my left. It used to run around that big old fucking pile of dirt there. Down near the bottom of the hill, it used to go straight across. There's a rickety bridge down here, it used to go across. They changed it and made a big turn instead of sharp turn. I don't know if you even get across that bridge anymore. They got it guardrailed off. It must be pretty rickety. This is General Braddock's 5th camp down in here. It's supposed to be that old ugly ass house right there, I guess. I don't know the history on that. Stop sometime and I'll say something about it. But I wanted to get that out of the way because people come to this area for tourism. Because there ain't any other fucking thing to do around this fucking shithole but get fucking drunk and screw and eat pizza. That's about all there is around here. There ain't no fucking good work around here. Everything sucks. Because they want to keep this a tourist trap. And it's insanity most of the time. Coming into the town of Grantsville. And this has not hardly changed at all. This all just used to be cow pasture. And I thought they called this Grantsville because General Grant came through here. And now that's what I learned in school. And that was Grantsville, West Virginia. So fuck, I don't know, fucking know. God damn it. They change shit constantly. It's like, wait a minute. What? So your guess is as good as mine. Now they're saying that it's Grantsville from the farm that was here. Apparently his name was Grant, or his last name was Grant, or something like that. And he sold all this fucking property to make the fucking town. Because this used to all be cow pasture with the fucking Castleman Motel here, which is 9 million years old, and if it ever catches on fire, you'll never get that son of a bitch out. And by the way, we had some tornadoes come through here, tear ass through here, Saturday evening, and they touched down here and there. Nothing happened there at my house. I got lucky. My electric went out for like 20 seconds. came back on, but it hit the Ville here pretty good. A couple outlying areas it hit, and this down here is Penn Alps, where Penn Alps is, and Penn Alps wasn't always Penn Alps. It was called the Dixie Tavern, and you have Stanton's Mill that made flour. But that was the Dixie Tavern. It was what they call a tavern stand back in the fucking day. And a street rod for sale. Anyway. So it looks like now I'm going to have to be at an accident, Maryland, on fucking Friday at fucking 3 in the fucking morning. Boy, I'm not too happy about that. Because it's like, god damn it. You motherfuckers. They're making us redo the town of Oakland. Yeah, there's trees down here and there. A lot of fucking uprooted trees I took notice of. Lots of uprooted fucking trees. And then Somerset, PA, Somerset County, there some devastation over there too. A guy lost his barn or his farm. And down Cumberland Way, I think they're just now all getting power back. There was a lot of power outages around too. It's kind of fucked up. They said this was like a group of supercell tornadoes from Morgantown, West Virginia, clear down to Frederick, Maryland. Is where these tornadoes touched down over and over. They kind of skipped around, and this storm was running really quick. This storm had came through pretty goddamn fast, and it really fucked some shit up in a short period of time. I bet you that storm was alive for like an hour and a half, maybe 2. But it came through here pretty goddamn fast. I see there's some folks been doing donuts here in the intersections. I see donut marks. Anyway, yeah. Well, there's a Volkswagen with a fucked up fender. They have plastic fenders on them. Huh, ain't that some shit? Pull a hard launch out of here. This son of a bitch doesn't like to spin the tires. He likes to just take off. I bet I could bracket race this car down there in Hagerstown. Thing is though, would it take the beating? Would it hold up to the beating with 124,000 miles on it? I don't know. Knowing my luck, I'd get down there to drag strip in Hagerstown. I'd go to launch the fucker, and a goddamn spark plug would probably blow out of the goddamn hole and ruin my fucking coil pack. Yeah, I have to run the cocksucker with 7 cylinders. I don't know what this fucking guy's doing. Yeah, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit around here that happened back in the day. And there used to be a lot of things here that aren't here now. There's a lot of history on this road here. So anyway, fuck. What's the word of the day today? Fuck. drive-by-wire shit ain't blowing my skirt up with this car either. And it's like sometimes you'll be going along and the son of a bitch will just have a dead spot all of a sudden. I don't know what the hell the deal is with that. I don't know if they make a better setup I can buy, like an aftermarket type thing. I don't fucking know. Also, down here, there's a big gray house, and there used to be one identical to it. Right down here, there's a wooden fence and a gate. Right down here, there used to be a house sat over in there. This is the old Turner's Dairy over in there. Used to be a house just like this gray one right here that sat over there too. It was a little bigger, and it was a tavern stand. Both those houses were tavern stands. The gray one that's still standing, there was a sawmill back in there, and it used to be filled with pine trees, just like these ones we're coming up on. That whole area down in there used to be full of those pine trees, and they used to call that down in there Shades of Death, because people would hide in those thick pines and attack the stagecoach when it come down through there to stop at the tavern stand to water their horses up. Thieves would come out and rob the fucking stagecoach and kill people, slice people's throats and all that other good stuff. Yeah, I read that too in local history. That's on down the road here. There used to be a plantation down here. It's called the Johnson Farm, and he was a senator, and he's buried down in Washington, D.C. or Annapolis or Frederick or one of them fucking places. His name was Thomas Johnson, I think. His farm down along 40, it was a big plantation. He became a senator, and the only people that were living there was the slaves that he owned, pretty much, because his whole family moved down the road because he became a senator and got money. Got some money. Because, that's what filthy fucking senators do, is they get money. Money, motherfucker, money. Anyway, there's your fucking history lesson for today. Very controversial fucking history lesson, nonetheless, but a history lesson. So, if you ever come to Western Maryland and you hear people talk about Negro Mountain, you'll know what they're talking about. And those assholes from the county still never fucking clean my road. Assholes. Goddamn bastards. Lazy fuckers. Anyhow. Damn it. I guess I should mow my fucking grass. I really don't want to. It was supposed to rain today, and it didn't fucking do that. Here's the biggest highlight of the fucking video right here. Right here, yeah. Lots more wax. Bought this shit. It's damn near the same thing as the dark blue bottle I showed you. It's Meguiar's shit. RV Marine and RV cleaner wax. It seems like it's a little stronger, but it was cheaper. It didn't cost as much as the stuff in the blue bottle I have over here, which, you know, is supposed to be the same thing, isn't it? It says Marine and RV on it. What the fuck's the difference? Anyhow, I have some stuff coming that is supposed to restore paint. It's like you rub it on there and it's like, I don't know, some kind of protective shell or some shit that forms on there, and whatever's dull it makes shiny, and I don't know. We'll see. When I get it, we'll see what the fuck happens. And it's like you spray it on, you just rub it on with an applicator, and then it just cures. Like you're rubbing clear coat on. I don't know. Guess we'll see what happens with it. We'll see. Anyhow, I would like to put a set of tires on the front of this truck this weekend on those new wheels. To finish out the wheels, I got to put spacers on them and stuff, and to make this thing look even more badass than what it does already. Yeah. Yeah. I took it and cleaned it up. I cleaned all the mud off of it from Terre Haute, West Virginia. There over the weekend, I took it up to the car wash and I scrubbed the wheels and tires and hosed all the mud off the bottom of the truck and out of the wheel wells and all that other shit. And those wheels on the front, too bad they're not 15-inch and they're a little wider, because I really like them. They look pretty good cleaned up, except for that damaged center. I did that when I was pulling it on the trailer when I bought the truck. I fucking knocked that into the fenders on the trailer, putting it on the trailer. So, anywhoosie. That's all pretty much I got for now. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. We'll see how many people get pissed off because I posted this video about that mountain up there, and the history and all that other shit. There might be some shit hitting the fan. You never know. But anyway, everybody, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week. Car show season's real close to starting. Here in about a week, we're going to see an uptick in car shows. So we're going to have to do some maintenance on these bitches and get them out there. So, all right, everybody, have a good one. See you on the next one.